Welcome back to CBR MTG. We've got another lot of fortnightly videos for you. This is our playtest fortnightly vids. Joined by Brando and Lockie this fortnight. So our first matchup is Frank, Greek last name, on Dark Thresh, and Rowen Bates on Burn. So Rowan's playing a pretty standard Burn list. I think it's not too dissimilar to the one that what's his name played at Pro Tour GP.
Couldn't tell you.
Forgot his name.
Pretty standard.
Like top 16 or something like that. So he's playing, 4 Monastery Swiss Spears, 4 Grim Lavamances, 4 Eidolon of the Great Revels, and then Burn package.
Yeah, just things that cost 1 and deal 3.
That's just the most
Also
rude.
Fire Blast.
Also Fire Blast,
And
which
Fire
costs
Blast,
0 and deals
yeah.
3.
And Frank's Dark Thresh list is, Brando, you're a Dark Thresh.
Yeah, Sean Brown's list from the Salt Mine and from This Week in Legacy.
It's basically just like Rug Delver, except you trade bolts for like Fatal Push and like Abrupt Decays.
Yeah, I think this matchup is not going to be... it's not that good for Dark Thresh. See him starting off with a Wasteland there, that does nothing against the Burn deck. It's just like, deck level just hurts you because it taps for colours.
Fortunately, he's dealt with the Eidolon there though, because that card is incredibly good in this matchup.
Yeah.
It seems like Frank does not have a coloured source. He kept his hand without any kind of coloured source, and I think he has maybe a Gitaxian Probe there that he just doesn't want to cast.
Nah, this deck
That's
doesn't
just,
play
that
Gitaxian
seems
Probe.
dangerous.
It's just Stifles, probably.
I think there's a couple of
I'm not really sure what the impetus
I don't know
keeping this Wasteland hand is like when we have a pretty small metagame here really. Like it's
easy to know.
It's easy to know who's on what, and this hand is definitely not coming together. He needs to find a colored source.
Frank's usually like
possible.
way better at just drawing it though, right?
Maybe not today. Not today. He's definitely now on 5, which means that Rowan really only has needs to find 2 more spells, and Frank's gonna die.
I think this is just Burn this is how it works, and it's really as simple as that.
All right, pick it up.
Game 2. That was quick.
Yeah,
I think Frank made a bad decision on keeping a 1-land hand, and that 1 land being a Wasteland.
Yeah.
Like I know Wasteland's a good card in Legacy, but you'd think that
You also do need to cast spells to win most games.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, it's generally how you win Magic.
Especially at regular rules enforcement level as we're playing it tonight.
Yeah.
It's difficult to win without casting your spells.
Yeah.
So Frank's sideboard, what does he got that he wants to bring in?
Probably Flusterstorm. Oh man, not a lot. Maybe True Name's a bit slow, but at least it can't be burnt if things get too bad for Rowan. Not that he's like really going to be interested in burning a True Name, or rather any of his creatures, unless it's particularly dire.
That sideboard looks pretty blank for anything that would be actually good against Rowan.
No, I mean, unfortunately, he's got like Nimble Mongooses, right? They're pretty gas.
Yep. On Rowan's side, I think we're going to see the Vortexes come in.
Yeah.
And I think we might even see Exquisite Firecraft come in as just a way to force through damage. Maybe we're taking out some of those flame risks because if Frank gets off to an early Delver or an early Nimble Mongoose getting that threshold online, or even a Death Rod Shaman, those flame risks can quickly become a liability, even though he's definitely taking the more proactive role as the aggressor.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to see what their boards were
at some point.
Post game 2 or 3. Not sure what's going to happen in this next game, but I think Frank definitely knows now that Wasteland is a useless card, and
maybe don't rely on it
too
much. Yeah, I think we're going to see that painful truth and the Dismember leave the deck.
Yeah,
it's just too much of a liability.
Fortunately, Fatal Push is like a really efficient answer to all of the creature threats out of the burn deck.
Well, Eidolon, you don't care if Eidolon resolves, it's done its job because they'll take 2 off it.
Yeah.
And if they take more than 2, then that's perfect.
Yeah,
if they have to brainstorm into an answer, that kind of thing. It's just.
I think ideally, Frank probably just wants to get 2 threats down and then force whatever's about to kill him.
It's tough because looking at Frank's deck, even the stifles suck.
Suck pretty bad.
He's not playing any fetches. Like stifle is actually blank. Like what can it counter? It can counter a prowess trigger. That's
The suspend.
Suspend,
Rift
it
Bolt,
can counter a Rift Bolt kind of. It can stop a Grim Lavamancer. It can stop an Eidolon trigger, but that doesn't really work.
Yeah, fortunately, Rowen is mulliganing here, which
And
for
so
Frank,
is Frank.
Well, I mean, still like against Burn, the mulligan is like an extra turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
A lot
Frank's
of the
hand
time.
was Blue Spells, Mongoose, double Wasteland.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's a snap
Well,
keep. 2 wastelands.
Like
Jeez.
if we're going anything off by what happened in game one, that's definitely
Yeah.
just a snap keep for
A
Frank.
keepable
Yeah.
hand in any matchup.
You know,
Yeah.
you can waste your waste and just set yourself up for threshold.
Yeah, no, you
I
turn
did
off
that.
their,
I did that against Rowen when
Yeah?
he
When he priced you?
priced
Yeah, I
me.
was gonna
I was
say,
just
turn
like,
off
waste.
price.
I
Yeah.
wasted my Rishadan port and then wasted one of my other like my Caracas or something
Yeah.
like that. And I was like,
It's like game
no
4.
damage.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
Alright, I can see Frank has got a
fresh
Brainstorm. He's got mana to
it.
cast Brainstorm, I think. He has a Deathright Shaman.
He had a flooded strand.
yeah.
Flooded strand.
Yeah.
Is the word I was trying to get
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Rowan's going down to 5.
Yeah,
That's
rough.
tough.
Yeah,
That's
That's
tough. I don't know if being on the draw that does help a little bit, but starting with only 5 cards is pretty tough for the burn deck.
yeah.
It mulligans a lot poorly than a lot of other decks. I think I see the 3 Eidolons, maybe at least 2 Eidolons, a Rift Bolt, and a Mountain.
Well, yeah.
That's not too bad.
I
Oh
know-
no, another Mountain. Yeah, it is.
That's
this
pretty
is-
good, yeah.
That's not a bad
Yeah.
hand of 5, yeah.
It's a great 5, really. And keeping on top means there's probably another burn spell on top.
It's actually like quite a soft hand to cards like Days and stuff, though.
It is, but because most of your spells are incredibly cheap and they can't daze the Rift Bolt,
Sure.
it seems fine. Oh, a Fire Blast. That's a card
pretty-
that's worth
That's
2 days.
yeah.
But if this Delver flips
Straight away, then
straight
the pressure's
away,
on, yeah.
the pressure is on. But
Frank gets a free bolt every turn.
the motto of this deck is really just always face, never block.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, double
flipping
flip.
off a ponder.
That blind flip, turn 2.
It's tough.
Pro players.
Pro players, yeah. So, but
Frank's
I think
searching for his actual Delver to put on the top of this Delver as that
his
Delver is a proxy.
his playtest Delver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
kind
think
of
he
like,
has an actual Delver that's like flipped, he puts on top of it.
well, he plays a.
Are we
Grixis
honestly
Delver in
going through
Modern.
this, Frank?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously didn't print out the other side.
He doesn't know the footage etiquette of just having everything prepared
Yeah,
beforehand.
true. No, just
Nah,
sit here.
it's all
I
good.
know, we have to
Oh,
look
we
at his
did that.
modern
Oh.
deck.
Ugh.
There we go. So yeah, now we have a 3-2.
That was rough.
Oh, we got there.
But I
It
mean,
took
take that as an
10 to
apology
12
from
minutes,
Frank.
but we managed to pile on through.
I think you're just gonna ponder here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs
for some, like,
he needs some more
permission
land, I
laws,
think,
yeah.
as well.
Oof,
Yeah, Death Rush
that's
Shaman's really
tough.
good.
Yeah.
it's tough. I think
You gotta
Probably
shuffle.
gotta get rid
Because
of
the
it.
Deathright Shaman isn't guaranteed to stay down.
I mean,
Especially
it's
not with that Rift Bolts hanging around. Like it's either gonna hit.
I think it's
you
going
know.
to face.
Go to face. I think it'd go face.
Yeah.
But if a Deathright Shaman like
It's just like a Death
came
Rush
down,
Shaman
it just
negates,
wouldn't
like,
stay
half of
around.
The spells.
Oh, that's a nice ponder.
Don't worry about it. Just draw it off the top.
You're fine.
We're going to see Goose be deployed here. Is he? Oh, he's
No, I
just
think he's
holding up.
interested in. Yeah, he's got 2
Brainstorm?
brainstorms.
So
He
the
doesn't
Rift-
have. Oh, he does have the goose. Okay.
So
Oh,
the bolt was
yeah.
going for the
Interesting.
Interesting decision.
insectile aberration.
Does he have any way to deal with the Eidolon at the moment?
No, I don't think so. I
So
think we're going to
he's
see a
interested
brainstorm
in,
response
looking
here.
for,
Yeah.
looking for an answer here. Like
I-
the days will get it. It's pretty decent. Just
Yeah.
like the rest of his hand will now deal him 2 extra damage per spell. So if he just happens to find a days, I mean,
And we're at threshold count of what, 4 here? 4
Yeah.
out of the 7. This,
oh, okay. So he just like.
Oh,
has
yeah,
it.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a spell
it's
snake,
spell
yeah,
snake,
of
that's
course,
nice.
of course. It's good.
That's
good.
an
It's a
okay
good
hand.
reply. So we're at threshold 5,
Yeah.
5, yep.
and the brainstorm makes it 6, and the second brainstorm makes it 7.
Yeah.
So we should be all good
for this goose to be loose.
I mean, if
It's a loose goose.
Oh, the spell
Interesting.
pierce that does not hit the Eidolon. I hope this brainstorm is in response. Yeah.
Yeah.
thinking like
Abrupt
chain
decay.
lightning there on Rowan's side. Is it like okay, probably just playing around days.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess abrupt decay hits it.
I mean,
If you're
yeah.
keeping them in
Yeah.
the deck, that's why. It also like gets him to threshold,
Definitely.
which is pretty decent.
I think Rowan's
By
thinking
six.
about
Yeah,
chain
exactly.
lightning
It's
here,
just-
but I think the fact that if it does get days, it still deals Frank 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's fine.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, here you see the goose attacking with 6 cards in the yard, and the abrupt decay before damage, taking care of that Eidolon. But it did its job. It dealt Frank 2 damage. Oh, Swiss Spear.
Yeah, not
pretty
a
okay.
not a bad card.
Really like a
Much better like earlier in the
Turn
game, I
one?
think. Yeah, turn
no,
one.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
It's kind of hard
Really-
to deal with when you don't expect it. Turn one. I mean, it's burn, so.
definitely like stretching like Frank's removal though, because
Oh yeah. There's only
a lot of
only
the
so
answers
much.
a lot of the answers are like reactive on the stack as opposed
Yeah.
to. And it's not clear how much he wanted to board out. Obviously, like he didn't
Grim
have much to
Love
board
answer.
in, so
Ooh,
so
That Grim Lovemance is a
Yeah.
little bit awkward with Deathright Shaman, but it is good against Deathright Shaman, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We might actually see that Stifle be relevant.
Can you imagine?
Interesting, yeah.
I'm imagining it right now. It's just, I didn't think it would be a world we would live in, honestly.
So 3. Rowan's down to 6. Frank's on 12.
Ooh, Flame Rift.
Did he not attack with the Swift Spear last turn just because there was like a death rate?
I think so.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of like Frank doesn't block there, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to see Stifle.
Stifle, yeah.
Get got, buddy.
Nice. Stifle's a hell of a card.
It
Against like the right decks, it's just like the absolute beater.
Yep.
Yeah, even in this like matchup where it's not particularly good, it's still like finding some relevance.
Yeah.
He just can't cast that Flame Rift, otherwise he dies. What are you doing?
Well, next
Frank?
turn, right?
See.
Like he can't
Alright,
he can't
well,
deal him 2.
Well, Frank could just
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 like,
use
go to the
Deathright
next
Shaman.
turn, sure.
and kill him. I'm not sure why Frank
this turn.
why Frank countered that.
Does it put him? No, it doesn't even put him in range of like a Fire Blast, right?
And
So-
even then, he had a spell pierce for the 5 blast
yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was a very strange move. I think he's just playing a little too cautiously and not thinking about the fact that he's currently the aggressor at the moment.
He also, what did he use his Deathright Shaman?
He casts this pierce.
Oh,
so he
okay,
can
right.
use it.
That was his like a stifling pierce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brainstorm into.
Brainstorm into Force of Will, spell pierce. I think I would put back the brainstorm and the Deathright Shaman here.
They
And
don't
just play the
seem.
Fetch Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What's-
it's just
the-
so unnecessary at this point. Like,
You're gonna win in a couple turns. Just
tapping the underground suit of brainstorm seemed like a huge punt on Frank's part in terms of like just being aggressive and just ending this game as soon as possible. But he's not even playing the fetch to make up for it. That's
Has
unfortunate.
he?
I guess he wants
Has he
spell pierce
forgotten
plus
about
force, but-
Deathright's ability?
No, I mean,
Like, I mean,
he's
I mean-
probably just like he's probably in his head like just planning on using it to gain life so that he doesn't get burnt out. But like that's just not happening.
I
He's
just
ahead
think,
on
yeah,
tempo
that's what I mean,
and, like,
yeah.
life.
He's so ahead. He has twice his opponent's life total. He's a 3/3, and he could turn it into a 2-turn Glock using Deathright.
yeah.
And that Flame Rift would have just ended the game if it had it resolved, and it would have ended the game in Frank's favour.
Yeah.
All right, here we see Hardcast Rift Bolt is going to get spell pierced.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, that land would have been useful.
yeah, we might see Grim Lavamancer here on blocking duty, blocking the goose.
oh. See. There you go.
I think
Finally.
he's brainstorming now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Delver Deathrite, more
Right.
land.
Why is he keeping the Force Wall in hand without a blue card?
That's
That's
an interesting
very
decision, buddy.
strange.
There is some
decision.
interesting decisions.
I think this is.
He did just like print this out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of just
on
like
the day.
forced him to play this deck, because I was wanting to play land still, and I wanted to see somebody play this deck. Yeah, I think it was the week Sean released that, like, the second article about this deck.
Yeah.
And I was keen to see it get played.
Brandon's just forcing his fantasies upon other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Rowan's just
Rowan's
scooping up.
picking it up.
He knows.
Ryan's on the wall. He's on 3. There's 2 death threats on the board.
Yeah.
It's just 3/3 you can't deal with.
But I mean, we get a game 3, so we saw, I mean,
I don't think
Burn-
we saw any
Burn-
sideboard cards really.
Burn tried.
Oh no, we saw
think.
Flusterstorm, right? It got,
I think
it got shuffled away or something.
yeah, he did brought in Flusterstorm.
Yeah. I mean,
Seems
fine.
Rowan isn't too keen on keeping in these Grim Lavamancers.
That's interesting because they were quite good, right?
They were fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did an okay job. I'm not sure what he's
What he's thinking about bringing in instead.
maybe Pillars. He does like that card a lot.
It's it's okay.
He's
Nah,
bringing in
it's-
Searing Bloods for the Death Ray Shamans and Searing Blazes for the Death Ray Shamans, I imagine. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
that's not
Yeah.
bad. I think
Yeah,
I'd
that's fine.
probably
If it-
prefer that
I was gonna say,
over a
if-
Grim Lavamancer.
If the reason
Ooh.
for bringing the Lavamancers. Okay, I thought he was like interested in bringing those winter orbs in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, that's a choice. when all of you, when
Oh man,
90%
he's bringing
of
in
you-
a Diabolic Edict. It looks like. I think.
Oh, that Painful Truths
Still
are
last,
Still
coming
in?
out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think I still saw a Fatal Push in his sideboard, which opting to keep that instead of Diabolic Edict, unless I'm like incorrect, seems incorrect.
Yes. Push kills every creature in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
For the
Edict,
low price of 1 mana.
Edict, your opponent gets to choose.
Choose, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Whereas
like,
Dredge-
if they've got like Swift Spears and
It's
Eidolons,
taking
then
the
it's just
stifle out.
good call. Oh, okay, no, it was Dismember actually,
Okay.
which is decent.
To bring in
Okay,
another
bring in
decay.
I think Decay is like
Yeah.
better than it. Like it deals with Pillar, it deals with like what's that Sulfuric Vortex, stuff like that. If that's in the deck.
He hasn't seen any pillars.
No,
though,
he
right?
hasn't.
No.
I guess it kills.
It kills the dudes.
Yeah, but you've at least 3 pushes
Sure,
for that.
but
right?
it's like better than Stifle, right?
yes.
And he knows what Burn does. Like he knows the deck.
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah, it does seem better than Stifle.
yeah, even if it's still not great.
Yeah.
Because there's really no other permanents but that aren't creatures that get killed by push that matter except for in the sideboard, and he hasn't seen them. So
Will be interesting to see who takes game 3 out. I mean, because game 1 we saw Burn just do its job, but
Yeah, Frank-
that was probably more to Frank's mistake of keeping a 1-land colorless land
Yeah.
hand.
Watching that game reminded me of just those videos where like they're looping rubber bands over a watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like Frank was the watermelon and Rowan just was looping his burn spells over and over, and Frank just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
He just sat there and took it until eventually he exploded by his life total being 0 as he was burned to death.
so yeah,
This
this
seems like some pretty standard starts for both.
Yeah, out of Frank's hand, it could be quite aggressive. He's got like one piece of permission. I guess he has the Stifle, but the chances of that really doing
Ooh.
anything are.
I think Rowan here
Okay,
sitting
yeah.
on one mana is a bit tough, but I can see at least 1 price of progress and a Searing Blood and a Searing Blaze there.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty decent.
And
let's see if Frank knows
Frank
the,
obviously
Stifle
blind
interaction
flipping the
Delver.
Delver.
We knew it would
obviously.
happen.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
it's the
even point it
only
out?
way like a Delver flips, right? Is blind flip,
Yeah.
clearly.
Clearly.
It's the only way to play Delver Secrets.
only way.
So I think Frank's on 16.
Yeah, it looks like it. 1 and 3.
Thanks, guys, for moving the phone out the way.
Mm,
Really appreciate it.
definitely. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this burn deck really only deals damage in increments of 3. We just have to track Frank's little additions through fetches and forces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Frank, not sure if he's drawing a card. Then he remembers, I'm going to ponder, I'm going to draw a card.
Okay, maybe he like doesn't, or maybe he just wants to keep the Stifle for pitching to force or something. Maybe not like realizing that he could just counter that Riftbolt.
Well, he still has the Underground Sea if he wants to.
Well, the thing is, he has Delver in his hand, and he's definitely wanting to deploy. Well, now he's probably not, right? Okay, he just still does because he has double force. That's probably fine.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't force this anyway. It's just a.
Well, if
For the big-
if
for
the
the big
rift bolt
boys.
gets pointed at the Delver, which I think is getting pointed at the unflipped one. Now that's interesting.
That's really an
that's-
interesting choice. Probably the
Unless he has like
incorrect-
Swift Spear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
That's-
hope to draw
yeah,
Swift
that's-
Spear.
Double price.
Those
Lava
prices
Spark you.
could be good. Could be good.
They will be good if Rowan's able to draw lands.
Yeah.
Because they're basically just Dior Frank 4.
Rowan just untapping his land for no reason.
That's
Ooh.
unclear. I don't
good.
think he has any spells to cast. So
No.
it's not going to be
No.
relevant, but it's
Yeah, he just flicked it and then like straightened it up untapped.
yeah.
Go on.
Well, it's about sending a message, right?
Hey, look, I have this land that's actually tapped, but it's untapped. But I
Yeah.
want to represent that it's untapped to tapped land.
Oh, that daze. Frank finding that daze is kind of unreal. It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, this is.
don't-
It's just like
Yeah.
counter target spell in this scenario. It's
Yeah,
so good.
Oh.
it is pretty rough.
Rowan missed
This
it
is the
down.
rough beats for Ban.
Yeah, there's
got-
19 mountains in his deck, but
It's just like
only
at
one
this
in
point
play.
he actually cannot kill him in time, right? There's just no way. Even ignoring
yes.
Frank's hand.
Yeah, nah.
Ignoring
Yes.
Frank's hand.
Well, if Rowan had some kind of
Sweeper effect or something.
like fire blast,
Sure.
but yeah, I think he's just toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see
Rough
Dark
beats.
Thresh take it out against Burn, which I don't think was necessarily unexpected. I mean,
it seemed to be mostly due to variance.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
Rowan's part,
I
because
agree.
he did take a hit to 5 in game 2, and we see him. He went to 6, right? I believe.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
game.
In
Yep,
this
yep.
game,
Oh,
yeah,
this
he
game.
went to
Once,
6
I believe.
and kept a 1-lander and missed for
4 turns or
four
something,
to
yeah.
5 turns. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a beating.
yeah, very unfortunate.
But now I think we get to see what sideboard cards were brought in, which I think we saw between game 2 and 3
So we
anyways.
see a Flusterstorm coming in. It's pretty to be expected.
There's
Yeah.
there's an additional
I
decay
love
in the board.
decay.
I guess he brought that in.
A decay
something
and-
else maybe that'd be interesting. Well, he also just like doesn't know the list off by heart, so probably just trying to remember. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Right,
the
the
edict,
edict.
yeah.
Yeah, you did see that
An
one.
edict. And Rowan took out a mountain and 4 Grim Lavamances.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah.
out a mountain.
Gosh,
Yeah,
now there was
the
only
19
19 mountains in the deck, so that one he
Yeah.
drew in his opening hand
Yeah.
was
18 left.
that's
Pretty
a beating.
greedy, really.
He thought he could get there.
He
'cause,
thought
like,
he could get there,
That's
but
what you get for like not playing brains.
well, he did get flooded in game 1, so I guess like he orientated himself towards those results.
is Frank just checking like what his sideboard is meant to look like?
It's
No.
like a picture.
Thank you, Frank. That was really appreciated.
Yeah.
All right, good game. We'll see what we got for game 2 or match 2. Sorry. Thanks for watching.